Well, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are in Denver at the Denver Train Show, the Rocky Mountain Train Show it's called. Now, this train show video we're going to do is going to be a little different than normal. So we're going to just show a couple of vendors since Amherst just occurred a few months ago. We'll try to focus on new products at a couple of vendors, and then there'll be a bunch of YouTube shorts as well. So be sure to check out that area. Remember this guy? Bob is here. He now is part of a Fremo club, and he's got some amazing modules here. So we'll be sure to check that out as well. Basically replicating Omaha's Burlington Station. So join me as we take a look at the Rocky Mountain Train Show here in April in Denver. It's snowing in April. Not used to that being living in the South, but we'll see what all is inside, not worry about the outside on this train show video. So let's check it out right now. All right, one of the first segments for the train show is the People's Choice Awards, and we're here with Jordan.
Good morning, everyone.
At Rapido, and they have won the 2024 People's Choice Awards for Most Exciting Product Lineup. So this wraps up at the end of the year. So I know it's 2025, but you guys...
And we really appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys dominated 2024, and it's the only award of its kind with transparent voting. We already announced the voter winner. And so there's no conspiracy theories. People can count for themselves.
And we very much appreciate that. Like all the support from all our customers and all our fans out there. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. We got lots of new products coming up. Some really exciting stuff. Whether you're into transition era, modern, transit, and whatnot. We got an exciting year coming up with new products.
And it speaks to your social media presence as well, that because it's a social media award of some, in a sense. So shows you guys are doing. You're at the forefront of technology and social media use and products being just absolutely top of the line. So thank you guys. Thanks for everyone for voting. And now Rapido gets the honor of being the first segment in the train show because of the award. So we'll get on to their products in the next segment.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Jordan. Right here with Jordan, what do we have as far as products from Rapido you want to go over?
We've got a lot of stuff this weekend. Let's start over on the far table here. We've got, I think we started on the front actually.
Okay.
Good look. So, very exciting stuff. Let's start right at the end. We've got our Amtrak and Metro North P32 ACDMs. Very first test samples. We got a couple of tooling corrections we got to do on them, but they're looking really, really good. No one's ever made these in plastic before. So they're really cool, full underbody detail. If you're Amtrak Metro North modeler from the 90s until now, you're going to need these for your Northeastern commuter operations. We've got our Bud M3s. We announced those earlier this year. These are the 3D prints. They're into tooling right now. One really cool thing that we're actually going to be announcing in the next couple of weeks is, probably the next couple of weeks, is our CTA Bud L cars. This is for Chicago Transit Authority. And as you can see, we've got an elevated display track here, which we're also going to be offering. So stay tuned for that. I think we're going to be announcing that later in April or either May. We'll see, but that's coming very, very soon. So very exciting news on that. Next up, right beside it here, we've got all of our Metra F40 PHM-2s, perfect match for our gallery cars. Those have actually just landed in the warehouse. They're going to be shipping out this coming week. So in the next week or two, they'll be hitting stores, and we'll be shipping out directs as well. Very iconic Chicago model. We've also got the Amtrak NPCUs right beside it. We've got the Support the Veterans unit, as well as we got the Downeaster version, and we've got a couple other versions we've got done as well. Those are also shipping at the same time as the Metra F40s. And of course, right behind it, we've got the gallery cars that we shipped late last year. We've got the BART trains right behind that. We're probably going to be doing a new run of the BART trains later this year. We'll probably be announcing those soon. Of course, the turbo train right behind that shipped already. We've got the SP Dome, Southern Pacific Dome cars. Very iconic dome lounges right behind those. Those are in production right now and going to be arriving probably in June, July, somewhere around there. I better because I ordered 8 myself, so I want them. Moving over to the other table, we got a lot of other cool stuff. We've got our PAs. We've got the Union Pacific PA1. We've got the rebuilt Santa Fe version. These are in production right now. They're going to be arriving in the next probably 2-3 months. Right behind that, very cool, we've got the latest tooling samples of our EMD and EMC FTs. This is the Northern Pacific version. This is Santa Fe. The order deadline is actually on April 15th, so you're going to want to get your orders in very soon for those. Right behind that, other iconic models here, we've got the Rio brand. This is their riveted steel van, riveted steel caboose, sorry. And also the Southern Pacific version. This is the C40-3 class caboose. That is actually 3D print, but those are going into tooling very soon. Right beside that, we've got C36-7s. Very cool engines, never done in plastic before. UP, Missouri Pacific, Conrail, Ferromex, Norfolk Southern, Norfolk Western. BN as well, the BN rebuilds that were from C30s. Those are going into production right at the moment. Other things that are really cool right beside it here, we got the very first tooling samples of our Greenbrier HO scale reefers. These are the modern reefer cars, 72 foot, I believe. And we also have the N scale 3D printed samples right below it. So we're doing these in both HO and N scale. These are super cool. Different bodies, different roofs, all that door detail.
There's going to be electronics as well,
Absolutely.
like sound and lighting.
So these are going to come with lights and sound options as well. So track-powered pickups. And you can't really see it there, but there's the little green LED. Will be on. We'll put that on the test track later maybe and give you a show for that. But these are really cool. And we're going to have a deadline on those probably pretty soon as they're getting ready for production. We got 3D prints of our Santa Fe CF7s. We've got brand new 3D print of our GP39s. If you're a chassis modeler, chassis CSX, C&O, you're going to want to have these. These ran right up until about 2018, 2019 or so. And they're good. Those are actually going into tooling really soon. Very cool. Never done before. And we're also doing the Huntington-built slugs that were paired with them from the 80s until right into the 2000s. So those are coming really soon. Very cool models. And we got another table over here. So we've got our GP40s. Our first run GP40s are in production right now. They're going into production. Latest tooling samples of the SW9s. We've got our Canadian Pacific GP9U. We've got auto floods. This is from the first run, but we got our new run of auto floods going into production very soon. The order deadline on April 15th for those. Of course, we've got the helium car, all new. This is the ACF helium car.
Those are like 30s.
They were
40s.
built. They're actually built 55 through 61.
55 to 61.
And the last ones were in service with NASA until 2011.
Oh, okay.
So they actually lasted quite a long time.
Are you doing the NASA version?
I can't remember what the subletters were.
Oh, okay.
Road numbers, but I believe we are doing those versions.
Okay.
Of course, we've got the shells for our H1644s, Norfolk and Western B&O. We've got the totally assembled and decorated Virginian unit. Those are coming in the next couple of months. They're about ready to leave the factory. We've got our SD7s, 9s, and 10s. Milwaukee Road, CNW, SP. Those are in production right now. Going to be arriving probably this fall, late this year. Our Berlin Mills boxcars, modern boxcar built around 79, 80. They're still on the rails today. These have been a huge success. We're really looking forward to getting these. These are still out there. And of course, we've got some transition era stuff. The PFE reefers. These are the R40 27s and 28s. Again, first time in plastic that's got that interesting kind of double swing out door there.
Oh, okay.
These are actually shipping right now as well, or in a couple weeks. By the end of April, they're going to be shipping out. Enterprise hoppers. These are really cool here. We got some modern maintenance equipment made some way. This is the BN version of our concrete tie flat. These are F30 flat cars. Concrete tie loads come with them. BN, BNSF, and really, really cool. This is our Norfolk Southern and Conrail camp cars. So you've got four different camp cars. You've got the flats. These are rebuilt old Pennsy F30 flat cars. But these are really neat. If you're anything from the 80s until very recent, I don't think they're still in service. They might still be around, but really cool. If you want a maintenance away train on your layout, this is you want to have these. So that's a quick rundown of some of the stuff we have here.
You guys don't have a lack of variety, do you?
No, we're kind of hitting all the different regions and eras and whatnot. So a lot of cool stuff coming.
Well, thanks for your time, Jordan. Congrats again on the award, and you can see why with all of this great variety of product, and makes for a lot of exciting stuff to come out. And so,
Absolutely.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you for coming by.
We're here at the Broadway Limited booth, and we're here with Curtis from Broadway Limited, and he's going to go over some of the new products and exciting things coming out from Broadway Limited and some of the stuff available now for purchase. So, Curtis, what's going on here?
Oh, we got a lot of stuff, James. Our new product announcement was the Lone Star Lincoln business car. The Kennefic cars have been selling really well. We're actually all sold out of them. And same with the Power Car and Fox River. So we got more UP business cars coming. The order deadlines are coming up for the Power Car and the Fox River, but the Lone Star Lincoln is the star of the show here at the Rocky Mountain Train Show. The Lincoln was found on the back of the Big Boy Tour this past summer. So if you're looking to replicate that train that went over Donner Pass or through the Midwest and Texas, this is the car you need on the back. We got several other different drumhead variations, and we have accurate details of the underbody details, interior. It's not the Kennefic. It's a whole new car with a lot more details, a lot more lighting features and everything like that. So make sure that you get your order in. August 7th is the order deadline. And the other product announcement is we're doing a second production run of Kennefics because they were so popular. And we're actually adding a new drumhead variant of the Missouri Bicentennial, which went through the state of Missouri in 2021. So more prototypical drumheads coming for the Kennefics, plus a rerun of the drumhead variants that were out in this first production run. So again, you can get those if you missed out on this first production run. And we got a lot of other samples here at the show that you can check out too, including some new N-scale E-unit samples, F units. We got the bull moose sample, the brass hybrid bull moose that's out on the front over there, plus some 3D printed samples of the Fox River and Power Car too.
So did the bull moose get announced just because Ken Silvestri is into Rocky and Bullwinkle so much?
I love Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Why is Ken Silvestri the legend?
And I still have the Rocky and Bullwinkle you gave me.
Yep, so they got the bull moose coming out, and then there's your Fox River and your Power Car. I'm so glad to see them work on these and get these out for modelers. Many modelers just could not swing brass at $2,000 a piece.
Yeah.
So it's great to see this available.
And these are 3D printed, so like the frosty windows, that kind of looks like parchment paper. That's not going to be on the final product. You'll have more of what you see here on the Kennefic with the clear windows and everything, and the Power Car too.
So keep in mind the 3D printed versions are just a little rough example of what they're going to look like. So,
and it's for us to take a look at the contour, especially when you look at the Power Car and you look at the contouring of the roof, of how it goes from level and then it has the hump. So it's a good way for us to check out those details before we go ahead and make the tooling for it. So again, these are selling really well. We expect these, just like the Kennefics, to be sold out at delivery. So if you haven't gotten your order in, you have until April 24th. So we highly encourage you to get your order in before it's too late.
all right, well, thanks, Curtis. There's your 844 that's been out for a while, pulling Kennefic, and just beautiful selections. Great to see this stuff out in HO scale after all many years of UP business car modelers waiting on them. You guys have done a bang-up job, just well executed. So thanks for your time. Be sure to check out Broadway-Limited.com.
Yep.
Thanks, Curtis.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
We're at the Tricks counter. They've got G-scale Amtrak coaches, baggage cars. These are the Amfleet business passenger cars. And then they have the locomotives to go with them. So there are the P-42s, the 50th anniversary Amtrak. A couple different versions there. Pepsi, they call it. And number 108. Very neat G-scale items here from LGB and Tricks. So we're at the Atlas booth, O-scale. They have 60-foot Berwick high cube box cars, center beam flat cars, Gunderson auto racks, and a whole lot more. In scale and HO scale, more on my channel focus, G-840Cs, EMD GP60s, Berkshire 284 N-scale locomotive steam, 42-foot steel cars, 60-foot box cars, 64-foot Trinity reefers, the GEU 30B in HO scale, the EMD GP40 in HO scale. Got containers of various types, like the Ocean Network Express and the NYE Logistics. 42-foot coil steel cars and 64-foot Trinity reefers.
They stay down this aisle, you see them on the right.
We're going to come around to the O scale EMD GP 38-2s, and the Dash 9s are up here. Got that nice faded look. And an HO scale, we reviewed this, the Atlas 100th anniversary ALP 45DP and the Bombardier multi-level cars. Here's a quick look again after some crowd dodging of the 64-foot Trinity reefers and box cars and LRS, TTX, BNSF. So that's it here from the Atlas booth. So we're here at the Piko booth, and they've got their KM ML4000s, the Mafis, Kraus Mafis, and I always pronounce that wrong, but they got SP in Denver, Rio Grande. Little known fact, they also produce N-scale ACL Whitcomb 65-ton diesels. They did that in HO scale as well, which they're right there. And G-scale. Lots of G-scale variations and variety. So be sure to check them out at pico-america.com. We're at the Tricks counter, and they've got G-scale Amtrak coaches, baggage cars. These are the Amfleet business passenger cars. And then they have the locomotives to go with them. So there are the P42s, the 50th anniversary Amtrak. A couple different versions there. Pepsi, they call it, and number 108. Very neat G-scale items here from LGB and Tricks. So we're here at the Walthers booth at the very opening of the show here. They've got a couple new products out, including the Amtrak Great Bud Great Dome with the fall foliage paint scheme, and several other versions as well, including Mountain View, Ocean View, etc. There's Amtrak baggages that are coming out pretty soon. I've got some of those on order. Various other locomotives and rolling stock, including the 40-foot Gunderson well cars. More passenger equipment, including 85-foot Bud passenger cars. Their streamlined baggage, dimers, sleepers, coaches. They also have the RD4 hopper, a new run of those. They're expected summer of 25. They've got their 72-foot modern refrigerator cars. SD70M diesels. ES44 ACs, those are mainline versions, budget friendly. You can add detail parts. So that's just a little bit here at the Walthers booth. They also have great structures. I really like this bowling alley kit. Lots of scenery products and 53-foot containers as well. So that's it here. from the Walthers booth. Walthers Proto, Walthers Trainline, Walthers Mainline, Scene Master, Cornerstone, Track. They've got a lot of lines, different products available. So check them out. We're here at the Bachmann booth. They've got a new Denali Express HO scale set out. There they are, unboxed for Alaska Railroad people. Lots of Amtrak items to choose from. 8-40s, lots of diesels as well. Over here you've got the Thomas sets. They make a lot of individual and set items for Thomas, the tank engine. Really helps get people in the hobby. And they do in-scale as well, in-scale sets. As you can see there, in-scale rolling stock, steam locomotives like the Class J, the EM1, Pennsylvania Railroad, and more, and the Amtrak modernized locomotives. Last but not least, over here they also do big haulers, which is G-scale. They come ready for DCC decoders or anything any way you want to run it. DCC and sound, DCC, or just DC. They will run DC out of the box. So you can see those here. These are the G-9s. And over here, there's the GP40s. Pretty nicely detailed G-scale items here. Union Pacific, Santa Fe, Norfolk Southern. Then you got your egg liners, Emma Nevada steam, and Denver and Rio Grande Western steam locomotives, and passenger cars or rolling stock, even more modern rolling stock, and they've also got these end of train devices. So lots to see at the Bachmann booth. They're always cooking up a lot of variety and a lot of different scales. So we're here at New England Railroad Uniforms, and New England Railroad Uniforms makes different uniforms that you can buy. And I'm going to have Camilo go over it.
Co-founder.
Yeah, and he's going to tell you more about the uniforms and the website and everything they got going on.
So we'll make this really quick. My name's Camilo, co-founder of New England Railroad Uniforms, and we came about to take care of the railroad tourism industry in the United States. And so far, we've worked along with a lot of well-known names like the Black River and Western and whatnot. And there's a few other railroads in there. The Illinois Railway Museum, we did some custom work for them. But yeah, we make caps, we make custom badges, we have buttons, we have all sorts of stuff you need for anything for your uniforms.
Yeah, let's take a look at the custom badges over here too. So whether it's uniforms or the conductor caps, these go on top, so you can have these made with whatever you want set on them, right?
Yeah, you can have anything you want set on those badges.
Yep. So pretty cool. Really neat aspect of the hobby, and of if you're working on a tourism rail line, they can supply your stuff. So what they do, yeah. So I'm sure there's some people that just want to buy it though and have it to run around.
We have a few of those. We have a few modern railroad clubs. They went and bought a few of our badges to have their club name put on there.
Yeah.
We had another club. They went and got a bunch of custom buttons done, because all our buttons come with cotter pins and washers, but they had their club put on their button there. So it's we do work for a little bit of everything.
All right. Well, thanks, Camilo. We'll see you around.
Thank you.
Keep doing the Lord's work. So there's lots of vendors here. We don't have time to cover them all. Spring Creek model trains, a staple at a lot of train shows around the country. Out in Nebraska, where I lived for many years, it was nice to go to their store just a couple hours away. There's all sorts of vendors. Resourced Rails specializes in estates and brass and reselling. So you be sure to check them out at resourcedrails.com. And the Spring Creek folks, there's so many people we didn't cover here, so I apologize. As I was catching up, I hadn't been to a train show in a long time, catching up with a lot of people. We're at the scaletrains.com booth. Lots of products from them, either out or on the way. AC44 C6Ms, lots of different Norfolk Southern paint schemes. PS5820 hoppers. There's 48-foot 2-hood coil cars. EMD SD40-2s. Lots of boxcar varieties here as well. You got the PCNF 7633 boxcar, for example. Back to locomotives, the EMD SD45. Back to boxcars, the Gunderson 6269s. Over here, we have the Trinity 60-foot 7500 series high cube boxcars. Now, 7550s were released from other manufacturers, but these are the 7500s. They look really nice. I think that GATX blue over here is perfect. So, pretty cool items. Sorry for the gizmo. It's kind of it has a mind of its own sometimes, so there might be some quick movements here. Norfolk and Western J just came out in HO scale in the Fox Valley line, along with the passenger cars that you can see there. And there's also reefers in N scale and HO scale. The original release, the Big Blow Turbine, the water and fuel tenders, my personal favorite. A lot of this stuff is still in stock. Sometimes it hides out on their website. Be sure to check it out. N scale GEAC 4400s. Back to HO scale, the ES44s, and lots of variations, including CSX heritage schemes. Scale Trains has a lot going on, so be sure to check them out at the website that you can see right there, scaletrains.com. So I'm here at the Lionel booth with Ryan, and he's going to talk about some of the HO items that are coming out, or possibly even out already.
Yeah.
I know we've got a few. I picked up a few Halloween items from you guys.
Definitely.
So what's cooking over here at Lionel?
Well, we've got a small assortment of HO here at the show to display. You'll see some of the different sets, some of our new licensed items. Several of these boxcars actually just arrived in the last week or so. So you'll be seeing some of those arriving at your dealers very soon. We also have here brand new that we announced about 2 months ago in January. 3D printed samples. These are still very early 3D printed samples of the new high-end Berkshire and the G38 and G38B war cars. These will be our first high-end offerings in the HO world. I'll have my first actual tooled samples of these in the office in another couple of days. So
Cool.
These are moving along pretty well right now. Above that, these are sort of a sneak peek. We hope to have another round of HO catalogs and announcements coming very soon. Not ready to release a date on that just yet. But you'll see we have a new stock car, a new poultry and damage control car. We're going to be doing a lot of fun things with these. Some of these cars will be coming with sounds as well, which have been really popular. So we'll continue to run with the lower end line for starter sets and entry-level users with lots of great licensing. More Halloween stuff coming for sure for you. Lots of fun there. New licenses and then again a growing line of high-end scale items as well.
All right, yeah.
Expand this line.
Yeah, HO is a new venture for Lionel, at least a re-adventure.
New re-adventure.
But you guys are well known for your O-scale stuff, and so there's a lot of O-scale stuff here as well.
A lot of OQs as well. Again, running the gamut from our traditional line with licensed items and sets. A lot of fun things there. Our new battery O sets, which make getting into O-gauge trains much more affordable.
Yeah.
And then in the mid-range of things, we have our Lion Chief Plus 2.0. These allow you to run with TMCC, with the Lion Chief Bluetooth, or with conventional controls. You have lots of control options. Of course, we still have the American Flyer line that we're proud to have and continue running with. And then on the top end of things, our legacy and vision locomotives. The ET44s are starting into production now. This is all new tooling for this year. A lot of great new features and sounds in those. Our Vision triplets from last year, Vision GG1s will also be, they're in production now. Just approved deco samples on those. So lots of great steam and diesel and electrics coming. I heard they weren't making it.
All right, thanks Ryan for the update on everything coming out from Lionel.
Thank you.
So we're here at the Train Tracks booth with Carlton Brown, a good friend of the channel for a long time. We've known each other for a very long time. And he is now the brains at the forefront of the hobby all the time, as he's always been, but he's got something up his sleeve. It's going to really help inventory, tracking, a whole bunch of like operations, you name it. I'll let him talk about it because it's above my head. Carlton, nice to see you.
All right.
What do you have?
Again, James, man, it's good to see you out here. I didn't expect to see you at all, but hey, it's all good, right?
Yeah.
Hey, so anyway, we have a platform called Train Tracks, and what it is based on RFID and operations. So one of the things that we do is we integrate RFID with the operations aspect with JMRI. So you use JMRI for your operations, and you'll use our hardware and our software to integrate all of that. Basically, we take an AEI tag that's on every car out there, and we miniaturize that, for our Train Tracks application. So it's an end-to-end turnkey application where everything comes to you pre-configured. We have a reader that sits on top of, below the tracks, but on top of the board. And as you take our RFID tag and over the reader there, it'll flick and you'll see it brings up the information of the car, and it also brings up the information of the location that it was scanned at. And if you have our platform, you have the ability to go through and pull your manifest, and you can pull your manifest through your phone, through a tablet, or paper, and you pull your manifest, and it will tell you where to take the cars from one location to another location, and then as it gets to that location, you'll get a green check mark saying, hey, I made it, it's there, and you can now go to your next location.
So it's just like the real railroad tracks, the rolling stock and locomotives.
Exactly.
Even starting back in the 70s when they used those barcode-looking AEI tags on the side.
Yep.
Now they're doing it more digitally. So it's a miniaturization of what the real railroad does. And as Carlton was mentioning, it's good for inventory management, because if I put a tag on everything, now I know what I have, which currently I don't. So
I've been telling him, especially with his collection, he needs to put a tag on everything.
yeah. So it's pretty neat. I think it's at the forefront of technology, like Carlton tends to live in that world. He's the brains that makes my brains hurt. But it's very cool. And it's very, operations-based. Clubs could really benefit from it. Large layouts, small layouts can benefit from it. If you're operations-based, or you're a club, or you're a large layout, or a large collector, sounds like that's where you want to be. So thanks, Carlton, for the time. It's good to see you after some years, and we'll see you around the bend.
All right. We'll talk to you. Have a good one.
So check them out, guys, traintracks.com. Well, guys, I'm back home from the show. It's actually Monday morning, time for work, but I did want to go over a brief kind of summary of the show. Lots of great stuff to see, new announcements from Broadway Limited, like the new Lone Star Lincoln business car. So excited that these cars are rolling out. And also, Rapido had some samples of their new Cryotrans cars and some other items that I'm personally excited about. So it was great to see just a couple examples of those items. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you haven't noticed, the video quality is a little lower, maybe a little jerkier, because I was using a gimbal with my phone so I could pack lightly and just bring a backpack and not bring a bunch of camera equipment. So with that said, that is basically kind of the lower quality that you'll get on this video, but train show coverage nonetheless. So with that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the channel. Take care.
Many of the products you see in this video are available at trainworld.com. Since 1968, this family-owned business has been serving the needs of the modeling community with 2 New York brick-and-mortar store locations in Brooklyn and Long Island, plus their vast array of online items. Shop 24/7 at trainworld.com.